G'day folks, today I'm bait fishing on the banks of the mighty Murray River near the small town of Howlong, just downstream of Albury. Hey you! You're watching Robbie Fishing. Right now I'm bait fishing today, 2 rods, both with Jan Juck worms. This one has a paternoster rig and it can go just out there. This second rod has a running sinker rig and it can go just out there. So they're about 4 or 5 metres apart. There's no point casting out too far because the river is flowing very quickly. Now right now I'm in or next to the township of Howlong. Howlong is just across the river over there, and I guess it's probably maybe, I don't know, 20 kilometres downstream of Albury, if that. This is actually only half of the Murray River. It breaks in half just upstream and creates a bit of an anabranch and then rejoins a bit further down. But it's still quite a huge amount of water, as you can see. I don't know what to expect. I've never fished here before. There could be Murray cod, yellow belly, redfin, carp, possibly a trout, cod and macquarie perch. But being that it's the middle of winter, I'm not expecting too much. In saying that, I'm getting a nibble on my long rod right now. That's a very good sign. There's definitely a nibble there. There it goes. Something's nibbling on that. Something's just nibbling on the small rod here. Oh, you skunned me worms. Worms are gone. I might check the bait on this long rod as well, because it had a bite just before. Right, I've got a couple of fresh worms on. Now you might be able to hear a bit of background noise here. One of the downsides to fishing in an ornamental park on the outskirts of town is lawnmowers. I've hooked up. I missed the hook up. It's a crayfish. This might be what's been stealing my bait. I've been getting lots and lots and lots of nibbles. Look, he's even got the hook in his mouth. Well, it's in his little claws just under his mouth. I've been getting quite a lot of... Oh, he nearly got me then. Trying to get the hook out. He's got it just under his mouth. I've been getting quite a lot of nibbles. I wasn't sure whether they were from fish or crayfish, but it looks to me like they might be from crayfish. Well, at least some of them anyway. That's a Murray crayfish in the Murray River. He's down there revelling in his namesake. Once again I missed the hook up, folks, but I'm on. And it's a tiny carp. I was getting heaps of nibbles and I kept hitting the film button and I hit start, stop, start, stop. So this time I didn't hit start, but I hooked the fish. That's a tiny carp and I'm going to euthanize it and get my line straight back in. It's good to catch a finned fish, even if it is just a carp. Now I'll put that worm straight back in as is. I've just killed that carp. I actually stomped on it a bit too hard and made it too tiny a carp. Hopefully that might keep the crayfish away from me worms for a while. Give them something to chew down on. Righto, well I've caught two things here at Howlong on the Murray River today, and that's two more than I thought I'd catch, and they were both small, a small crayfish and a small carp. This is a lovely spot and very relaxing. Definitely something biting that. Is it a fish or a crayfish though? I think it might have been another crayfish. Yeah, really? I reckon there's a crayfish playing with this. There is, you know, and he's still on it. Ah, he just let go. I just had a nibble on the long rod. I was actually talking to a fellow when I hooked that crayfish on the short rod before. I'm pretty sure it was a crayfish. I'm going to reel this in case there's a cray sitting there, which there is, and he's coming in. You can tell it's a crayfish straight away. Can we at least get to see the white claws? I should try and get it. Look. It's a cray. And got him, or her. She's full of eggs. Cray number 2. Lovely clean cray. Quite small to have eggs. Oh, 2 crays and 1 carp. Hey, at least you got to see the hook up this time. There you go. See you later, love. Yeah, this other rod's really tight. Is there a crayfish on there too? There sure is. Oh, you got off. Just looking at Google Maps here, and according to Google Maps, this is actually the Black Swan Anna branch. I knew it was only half the Murray River because it breaks in half and goes 2 separate ways and then joins back up just downstream of Howlong, but I didn't realise it actually had its own special name. I just call it the Murray River because, well, it is the Murray River, but it's the Black Swan Anna branch. I never knew that. There's a cray on here now. Oh yes. There is another crayfish on here. Can I catch cray number 3 or will it get off? It's not big enough to need the net. It's not going to be a legal size. And here we go. It's not a legal size, but it's the biggest one today. Has it got eggs as well? No. Right. Crayfish number 3. This is nuts. The shellfish to finfish race. I'll start that again. The shellfish to finfish ratio is in favour of the shellfish by a lot. See you later, mate. Off you go. Come on, get. Right, I've got some fresh worms on. This is crazy. Something playing with the short rod. Please be a fish. Got it. I've got a finned fish and I've got the hook up on film. Unlike the last one. It's another carp, I'm guessing. Yep. It's another carp. It's bigger than the first one, believe it or not. Fat carpio. Mud marlin about to be deceased. I'm down to my last couple of worms. I think there might only be one Jan-Juck worm left in that pack. I was going to stay here till dark. It's 4 o'clock now, but I might run out of bait before then. Just had a bite on the long rod. It looked very much like a fish bite, not a crayfish bite. Crayfish bites are generally a lot slower. Just put the whole thing in your mouth, close your lips and then try and swim. That's playing with it there now. Oh, that was a better bite. That's looking quite fishy, this bite. No, thanks mate, just getting a bite here now. Got him. Just missed one on the left rod. Another little weenie carp, is it? Yep. Now, carp number 3. Since last year's floods, these little carp, or carp numbers, have just exploded right along the Murray River, and Howlong is no exception. But how long have you got left to live? Not very long. Just about to put a fresh worm on this rod, and the other rod's getting a bite. I'm almost out of worms. Oh, this other rod's getting a bite. Quite a fishy looking bite, that. Just about to check the bait on my long rod, and the short rod's getting a bite. Come on, take it, and oh, I should have struck then. Being such a short rod, the bites on this rod are very hard to see on camera. It's there now, oh, nibble. Got him. It's small, probably another little carp, I'm guessing. Yep, every time I catch one of these I think, is this a little yellow belly? Or is it a little Murray cod or something? That's 4L carpios. Suddenly I've caught more finfish than shellfish. Well folks, I'm not sure how long this video is going to run for, but I know how long it took me to make it, and that was most of the afternoon. But if anybody was to ask me how long's the river going to stay at that high level, I'd probably ask, I don't know, how long's a piece of string? No, it's not. That's a town just on the other side of the river there. Folks, I've had an absolutely wonderful time fishing here on the Murray River at Howlong this afternoon. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching. You never believe how long it took me to get those words together.